everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Raiders going up against the Steelers.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Lil Now. I'm so excited for this game, man. I simulated week 16 and 17 just because we already had that number 1 seed locked in. So when we go through the offseason, I'll show you guys kind of what the backups did. They actually played extremely well. They looked really, really good. So we have a really good young squad, man. Like I'm so excited for this team. I'm so excited for this game. As you can see, they have Le'Veon. That's exactly why I let him go. Mommy. Ain't Natalie. Yep, that's exactly why I let him go. Always getting hurt. So we'll kind of go through their roster here, see who they have, and get right into the game. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, y'all. Peace.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Sean Davis with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. A gain of 6 there on first.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the... Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. Shift together here from the D-line. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A look now at the Oakland offense.
One of the things I like to do when I'm scouting players is talk to those who knew him before, and I ended up finding out that Amari Cooper has been like a professional route runner since the time he was 6 or 7 years old, has always taken the game seriously, has always worked on his craft, and you see evidence of that each and every week on an NFL field. Couple that with his athletic ability, that's one big reason he's finding himself open in the NFL.
On second down, Washington. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well.
The ball comes out, and the Raiders have recovered.
Let's let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Antonio Brown, 35 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Here's Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Let's really illuminate linebacker Ryan Shazier. Has the speed of a safety. In fact, coming out of college, some people clocked him at sub 4.4 in the 40, but also the ability to go up and down the line of scrimmage and thump just like the linebacker he is.
And his 4th year in the league now, coming off his first Pro Bowl. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. From midfield, here's Carr. And complete right side to Cook. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Washington on 3rd and short. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Play clock winding down. Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, nice move. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. The play clock's running down. And it's good to make it 14-0. A four-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. A Raiders 1st down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
Carr on the give. It's Washington. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now on 1st down, it's Washington again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Caught left side to Crabtree. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. A Raider 1st down as Carr finds Cooper.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun now on third down, Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. On third down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, here's Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though. So maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the 2nd quarter. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
That is caught inside the 5. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the 1st half. The Steelers are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Raiders just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the 1st half. Now following the fumble. Here the catch is made way downfield, and this great play will go for 6. Now 1st and 10, that puts them up by a touchdown. He's free and clear of the defense here, and he'll go in for the score. Steelers with the ball waiting seconds of the half. Big Ben would find his mark in coverage, and he ends up at the 29-yard line before he stopped on the play. So that's all for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll get you back out to the field now for some more playoff action.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Shazier. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter, King, to send it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Pass interference, defense.
Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now here come the Raiders. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Carr. And some room to maneuver. And he goes out right around the 39. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On third down, here's Washington. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, Roethlisberger. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Play clock winding down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. To throw on second down, Carr. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. Good move at the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
Here we go. 30.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And Cook has it left side. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Past the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now on first down. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And his pass incomplete. Crabtree once again the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Carr to Crabtree, good for a Raider first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They were trying to get it to DeAndre Washington, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Carr now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. Again, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Cameron Hayward in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Roethlisberger. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And give them 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And this is caught. Crabtree. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence that they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, look at the juke. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And ready for 3rd and 6. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Cooper's got it. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Got some room at the 30. And he slides to avoid the hit. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
Yo, what's poppin' there, everybody? Unbelievable game from us, by the way. Extremely fun. We torched them, man. We just torched them. It was ugly. Oh my God, is this really what happened in the passing game? I just came out and got that W. That's all I know. Brian Shazier got hurt. But yeah, like I told you guys, man, we will be... we will be kind of simulating and seeing what's going on in the AFC Championship game. I don't know if you guys saw it. There was a spoiler alert in the feed in the bottom. So, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was the Houston Texans. We got the Houston Texans to go to the AFC Championship game. We're playing them to go to the Super Bowl. I think this year's the year. I'll see you guys then. Holla at me. Peace.